He was one of America's most brilliant writers, a man famous for his sharp wit, brutal honesty, and obsession with death. And then, in 1913, he simply vanished. No body, no witnesses, no confirmed last sighting. This is the chilling disappearance of Ambrose Bierce, the writer who walked into a war zone and was never seen again. Ambrose Bierce was not an ordinary man. Born in 1842, he survived the American Civil War, witnessing extreme violence that would later shape his dark and cynical writing style. He became famous for works like An Occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge and The Devil's Dictionary, where his words cut deep and often mocked human nature itself. Bierce was known as a man who feared nothing, not war, not controversy, and certainly not death. By the time he reached his 70s, Bierce had outlived most of his family, endured personal tragedy, and grown increasingly fascinated with the idea of dying on his own terms. Friends noticed something unsettling about him. He spoke openly about death as if it were a destination rather than an ending. And then, against all logic, he made a decision that would puzzle historians for more than a century. In 1913, Ambrose Bierce announced he was traveling to Mexico, a country in the middle of a violent revolution. While most people were fleeing the chaos, Bierce was walking straight into it. His plan, according to letters he sent to friends, was to observe Pancho Villa's revolutionary forces firsthand. But some believe he was searching for something else entirely. In one of his final letters, Bierce wrote a chilling line, "As to me, I leave here tomorrow for an unknown destination." Those words would become a haunting prophecy. After crossing into Mexico in late 1913, Bierce was reportedly seen traveling south toward Chihuahua. That is the last confirmed information about him. After that, silence. No official death record. No grave. No remains. Not even a confirmed eyewitness account of his final moments. One popular theory suggests Bierce joined Pancho Villa's army as an observer and was executed by firing squad. Another claims he was killed by bandits while traveling through dangerous territory. But none of these theories are supported by solid evidence. There are no military records, no execution orders, and no Mexican documents that confirm his death. Then there are the darker theories. Some believe Bierce intentionally disappeared, that he staged his own vanishing as the ultimate final act, turning his life into the very mystery he spent decades writing about. Others suggest suicide, though no proof has ever surfaced. And a few even claim Bierce survived longer than expected, living anonymously in Mexico under a different name. What makes this case even stranger is that Bierce himself seemed to anticipate his disappearance. He once wrote that disappearing completely was preferable to dying in a bed, forgotten to some. His vanishing feels less like an accident and more like a carefully written ending, one without a final chapter. Despite numerous investigations, searches, and historical inquiries, no definitive answer has ever been found. Ambrose Bierce vanished during a time when records were scarce, borders were unstable, and violence was common. Yet even in that chaos, the complete absence of evidence remains deeply unsettling. Over a century later, his disappearance still haunts historians, writers, and mystery researchers. Was he executed, murdered? Or did he succeed in erasing himself from history exactly as he wanted? The truth may have died with him, or perhaps it was never meant to be found. Ambrose Bierce once wrote stories where characters vanished into darkness without explanation. In the end, he became one of them, and maybe that's the most disturbing part of all. If you enjoy real, unsolved mysteries, forgotten histories, and dark stories the world never fully understood, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because some mysteries don't want to be solved, and here we uncover the files history tried to bury.